And we don't want to obstruct someone's view for this wonderful event. Okay, I see one in the back. If we could please try to pull that one down just a bit. I'm looking at this one right here in the corner. We don't want to obstruct someone's view for this wonderful event. Okay, I see one in the back. If we could please try to pull that one down just a bit. I'm looking at this one right here in the corner. Okay, pull the mic closer. We don't want to obstruct someone's view for this wonderful event. Okay, I see one in the back. If we could please try to pull that one down just a bit. I'm looking at this one right here in the corner. Okay, pull the mic closer. We don't want to obstruct someone's view for this wonderful event. Okay, I see one in the back. If we could please try to pull that one down just a bit. I'm looking at this one right here in the corner. Okay, pull the mic closer. We don't want to obstruct someone's view for this wonderful event. Okay, I see one in the back. If we could please try to pull that one down just a bit. I'm looking at this one right here in the corner. Okay, pull the mic closer. We don't want to obstruct someone's view for this wonderful event. Okay, I see one in the back. If we could please try to pull that one down just a bit. I'm looking at this one right here in the corner. Okay, pull the mic closer. We don't want to obstruct someone's view for this wonderful event. Okay, I see one in the back. If we could please try to pull that one down just a bit. I'm looking at this one right here in the corner. Okay, pull the mic closer. We don't want to obstruct someone's view for this wonderful event. Okay, I see one in the back. If we could please... Brentwood High School staff, can you please turn around and face the crowd, please? Give it up for an amazing staff of teachers. Okay, Team BHS, you guys can have a seat. Thank you. Now I would like to recognize all board members in attendance or watching at home on live stream. If you're here and you're a board member, can you please stand to be recognized? Thank you all so much for all you do for our kiddos. All right, so at this time, we will now call for our graduates and witness the traditional march to Pomp and Circumstance. So Brentwood High School family and friends, I present to you the Brentwood High School class of 2021. One more time for this wonderful group. '24. I'm so sorry about that. You shouldn't always get an old man like me on stage. Sometimes I get caught in a time warp. Graduates, please be seated. I will now call to the podium Cora Erhan, who will deliver the senior class opening, followed by Anna Jones, who will deliver the senior class poem. Thank you.
Good evening, class of 2024, teachers, counselors, administrators, friends, and family. I'd like to think that I speak for the whole class when I say thank you for being here on this very special milestone. As a class, we've all been through some tough times. We faced some really big and new situations that no other class has before, both individually and as a whole. Starting with our first year in 6th grade, we all survived the infamous snake escape. And then, in our 8th grade into freshman year, due to the pandemic, we dealt with an entirely new living and learning style. I say entirely new because no other class has had quite the same start as us. We began a huge step in our lives where we knew none of the teachers while being completely virtual. Because of this, we sometimes felt like a fish out of water, but it also gave us the opportunity to see what it felt like to be a new student in an unfamiliar school. It gave us a chance to be put in someone else's shoes, which in turn allowed us to become more sympathetic for the wonderful new students who have joined us over the past 4 years. While each of them have come from a different background, we are all connected through our share of having similar experiences during the year of COVID. For my experience, I remember every single day going up to the high school track with a small group of friends where, with the additional safety of being outside and not being too close to one another, we would play games, run around, and make memories. In the evening, kids from all over the neighborhood would gather on the field for a friendly game of soccer. It was such an unsure time, when no one knew when or if we would return to in-person learning, or when stores would open back up, or when we would ever be allowed to hug one another again. Eventually, things did go back to normal, and we were allowed to hug one another again. In a time where we could have felt so alone and isolated, these times truly were some of the best. While I'm sure no one ever wants to go fully back to COVID times, we can appreciate some of the lessons that we learned from that time in our lives and apply them for what's to come. So as we each move into a new and exciting chapter, we can remember to slow down because we know how busy and stressful life can get. We can remember that there are always friends around us to help because we know that none of us could get through a tough time alone. And we can remember to enjoy the good moments while they're happening because we know that they can change in an instant. So, class of 2024, remember where you've been and what you've been through because those experiences will help guide you as we each part ways and begin this new chapter. It will be in person, so it's already off to a great start. Happy graduation.
I've counted them up, 4 years, 45 months, 1,374 days. From the beginning to the end, I hope we don't forget all the memories we made in all different ways. My mind cannot help but wonder and think about how the big and little memories went by with one swift blink. We learned to stand through every hardship and struggle because, let's be honest, high school is no easy puzzle. We gained and lost but never quit. In a 49-piece puzzle, we found where we fit. Our freshman year was like no other. Even though it started apart, it somehow brought us together. Who knew that adapting and embracing a pandemic and more would help give us wings so that we could soar? Now we find ourselves shedding tears as the last came so fast after all these years. Our last year of grade school, our last basketball game, after all these lasts, nothing's the same. So many see you laters and so many knots still to tie. We thank our teachers for their love as we dread to say goodbye. But it's finally here, it's graduation day, and I know the class of 2024 will be more than okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, proud parents, dedicated faculty, and most importantly, the illustrious graduating class of 2024. Guys thought you were gonna get me. Tonight we gather basking in the warm glow of achievement and anticipation, with hearts full of admiration and pride. For what we witness before us is not merely a group of individuals showered with academic accolades and extracurricular activities, but a collective force of nature, a symphony of talent, dedication, and sheer determination. It is impossible to ignore the beautiful sense of excitement and anticipation that fills the room this evening. The journey with this remarkable class of 2024 has led us to this moment, marked by countless hours of study, practice, and perseverance. From the early days of uncertainty during your freshman year due to COVID-19 to the final exams that you have just recently completed, each step taken, each obstacle overcome, has shaped this group into the amazing individuals you are today assembled on this stage. From 8 Bright Flight students, 1 Missouri Scholars 100 recipient, 5 earned the Seal of Biliteracy, with 1 of those students earning the seal in 2 languages. 5 earned industry certifications from South Technical High School. 2 earned Dr. Ayot's Iron Eagle Award for maintaining an attendance rate of 99% or higher throughout their high school experience, and multiple who have been a part of district sectional, state-ranked teams, along with record-setting athletes. Yours is a class that has left an indelible mark on the record books of Brentwood High School history. And if that's not enough, additionally, you're writing 700-page novels, fixing up and selling cars, earning black belts in Taekwondo, obtaining your real estate license, singing in choirs, playing in bands, publishing and illustrating your own book of poems, serving as camp counselors, running your own businesses, and all kinds of other really unique, cool endeavors. Yet, it is not the accolades, honors, or sentiments that truly set you apart. No. What distinguishes this class of 2024 is your collective spirit and leadership in action. Several weeks ago, Ms. Diaz sent a survey out to our faculty and staff and asked one simple question. The class of 2024, who are they to you? She shared this with the audience at our senior awards ceremony, but I thought the sentiments were so special that I would share them again tonight with this audience. Here's what our staff had to say about this wonderful class of 2024. They are talented, driven, kind, special, exceptionally gifted in many different ways, insightful, leaders, change makers, ambitious, caring for others, forward thinking, resilient, optimistic. They stuck with it when they wanted to quit. They surprised themselves with their own resolve. Hardworking, dedicated, responsible, passionate, huge heart. From day one, you all have demonstrated quiet humility, allowing your actions to speak far louder than your words. You've embraced service, dedicating yourself to causes greater than yourselves, and you have embodied the values of integrity, empathy, and compassion in all that you do. As we stand on the precipice of the future, it is undeniable that we find ourselves in a world of uncertainty, a world shaped by rapid advancements in technology and the ever-changing landscape of global affairs. It is a world that will require leaders of unparalleled vision, resilience, and adaptability. But amidst this uncertainty, there is hope. Hope that springs from the hearts and minds of each and every one of you, the brilliant, resilient, and courageous members of the class of 2024. For you are not just graduates, you are beacons of light in a world that's often feels shrouded with darkness. Class of 2024, please don't ever forget this. In your time here at Brentwood High School, you have not only acquired knowledge and skills from the curriculum you have been exposed to by this wonderful group of teachers before you, but you've also cultivated something far more valuable: confidence. Confidence in your abilities, confidence in your potential, and confidence in your capacity to affect positive change in the world around you. You see, uncertainty is not just something to be feared, it is something to be embraced. It is the fertile ground from which innovation, creativity, and growth springs forth. It is the catalyst that propels us out of our comfort zone and into the realm of endless possibility. Class of 2024, as you prepare to embark on the next chapter of your journey, please remember this: you are capable of greatness. You have within you the power to overcome any obstacle, surmount any challenge, and achieve any dream you dare to envision. So as hard as it may believe, here we are, on the same stage that many of you have walked before, perhaps for an 8th grade promotion ceremony, a theater production, or band concert. And in the hearts and minds of this now graduating class of 2024, we find hope. You all are poised to meet the challenges of tomorrow head on, to innovate, to create, and inspire. Your ability to navigate the complexities of an ever-evolving world, embrace diversity, and lead with courage and conviction. It will be the driving force behind the positive change that we so desperately need in today's society. Class of 2024, as you prepare to spread your wings and fly to the great unknown, know that Brentwood High School staff will always stand behind you, unwavering in our support and encouragement. You are never alone. You will carry this with you, the collective wisdom, guidance, and love of those who have nurtured and shaped you along the way. So here's where I go off script a little bit. Class of 2024, please rise. Please rise. I want you guys to give your parents the hardest hand clap you can possibly give them at this time. Thank you so much. Graduates, please be seated. So remember, in the moments of uncertainty, always be confident with your beaks held high and hearts ablaze with the fires of ambition and possibility. Chase your dreams with relentless determination and never forget the values that have guided you thus far. Congratulations, graduates. Your journey is just beginning, and the world awaits the brilliance and passion and the boundless potential that you possess. Go forth, Eagles, and may you soar higher than ever before. I will now call to the podium Ethan Ritter, followed by Amelia Favaza for senior class reflections. Thank you.
"8:05 every single day since I started school in kindergarten. It has always started at 8:05 and will continue to do so even after we graduate tonight. It doesn't matter how much sleep you get, how you feel, whether you had practice, a game, a play, or a concert the night before, school would still start at 8:05 the next day. This seems like a simple and obvious concept, something I hadn't even thought of about before because it was just a habit. I would wake up in the morning, get dressed, brush my teeth, grab my book bag, and go to school. Day after day, week after week, month after month, for the last 13 years. Reflecting on the 13 years I've spent at Brentwood, there is one thing that has become apparent. Time doesn't stop for anyone or anything. Looking back, I can say there used to be a time when I actually enjoyed school and all the little things that came with it. I can remember being 5 years old and picking out an outfit before the first day of school, sitting on my orange-colored carpet square for story time in Miss Opal's class, and having nap time every single day after lunch. I can remember in second grade sharing a whole turkey for Thanksgiving in Miss Garcia's class, singing in the holiday sing, and playing shaving cream kickball on field day. I can remember that in fifth grade taking a field trip to inferior elementary school, Mark Twain, to meet the other fifth graders who would be joining for middle school. There was something exciting about every little moment along the way. I think it was around this time, however, when something started to change. I stopped enjoying the moments as they were happening and instead started looking forward, anticipating what was to come. I began looking ahead to middle school and all the things that would be totally different. Once I got there, I quickly realized that besides having a locker and more than one teacher, nothing had changed. And all the things that supposedly wouldn't slide in middle school most definitely did. Middle school came and went, and there were more forgettable memories than anything else. It was now freshman year, and I was again looking forward for something new and exciting to happen. But it was still all the same. Days slowly blended together, watching the clock, waiting for the next bell, to get to the next class, and eventually being dismissed at 3:03. Days that again turned into weeks, weeks into months, and all of a sudden, senior year was here, wondering where the time had gone. I realized that my time in high school was quickly running out. I had been so preoccupied searching for what was next that I now was worried that I hadn't truly lived. However, as I was preparing for tonight and trying to figure out what I wanted to say, I started to think back on our 4 years of high school. And I realized that while I wasn't always stopping to live in the moment, those exciting moments were still happening all the time. I might have been too busy to see it then, but there were still sports, concerts, plays, dances, and everything else high school had to offer us. Most of all, there were countless hours spent laughing, crying, studying, stressing, and all the many emotions of high school that we will never experience again. After today, all of us will go off to become doctors, engineers, lawyers, construction workers, teachers, or whatever else life has planned. We can't pause time, and life is too short to waste for longing for what is next. The future is scary, but it is inevitable. Congratulations, class of 2024. Go be great.
My name is Amelia Favazza, but I'm sure I'm a familiar face to most of you. Saying that everyone knows everyone at Brentwood is about as profound as saying the sky is blue, but it's an integral part of the Brentwood student identity. While I've been going to school with the majority of you since middle school, there are also a few fellow Day One Eagles up here. Some of you, Ethan included, may remember when the preschool was in the high school building. If you can recall spending your toddler years cooped up in what is now Miss Tilley's classroom, then you'll remember how easy we had it here. High school preschool, as I like to call it, was a gluttonous spread of socializing, show and tell, and shapes and colors, washed down with a Capri Sun. My preschool career was childish, carefree, and most importantly, completely unserious. I couldn't dress myself, let alone give a second thought to my actions. In my tiny mind, there was no problem that couldn't be solved with a disingenuous "I'm sorry" and a sucker. How could I possibly have a care in the world with that mindset? This happy-go-lucky lifestyle flooded over into elementary school, where my most serious problems consisted of taking too long at the drinking fountain or not getting picked as line leader. Of course, after elementary school came the pubescent whirlwind that is middle school. Every day, the forecast called for oily skin and self-loathing, with a high chance of adolescent BO. And boy, were things about to get serious. If preschool was a feast of easy street, then middle school was a measly portion of Misery Avenue. Gone were my days of not giving a care in the world. Now all I did was care. I cared about what people thought of me. I cared about my appearance. I cared about the clothes I wore, the food I ate, and everything in between. It didn't help that my new obsessive outlook was accompanied by a crippling desire to be seen as an overachieving academic. Education, instead of being something to personally work towards, became yet another thing to be picked apart and perceived. It felt like every move I made in middle school was as serious as a breakup, as dire as war. That innocent, don't think twice ideology from high school preschool was nowhere to be found. Thankfully, as my taste for Tumblr emo pop diminished, so too did my taste for superfluous stress. I dropped my wannabe Ivy League act early on in high school, as I finally realized falling over binomials was not doing me any favors. I also gave up on scrutinizing every little aspect of myself for that same reason. In short, I returned to the philosophy that I've known since high school preschool. By taking things a little less seriously, I started taking myself a little less seriously, which helped me learn to better understand when it was important to care and when to let go. No longer was I staying up at night, ailed by my ache to be seen a certain way. Instead, I turned my energy towards things that actually mattered, such as my relationships, my passions, and the present moment. And surprisingly, this mellower mindset actually helped me to flourish in school. Instead of drowning in desire for academic validation, I've slowly learned to find joy in the process of school and to not overthink the outcome, which is an ideology that I apply to multiple facets of my life. This unserious mindset that so many people brush off as a piece of childhood has granted me more success than I ever thought possible. To stand up here and say that I found success in being unserious comes from a place of great privilege. It's because of you all, and you all, and you all, that I know when to be serious and when to pull back. As we move on to this new phase of life, things are probably going to feel pretty nerve-wracking. But through all of the new towns, new jobs, challenging classes, and unfamiliar faces, I hope you can all stand tall, hold your heads high, take a deep breath, and remember, it is just never that serious.
Thank you. So as a tradition, we acknowledge our students that the state has recognized for meeting the criteria for the Bright Flight Scholarship Program. Bright Flight is a merit-based program that recognizes students who took the ACT or the ACT and scored in one of two tiers, either the top 3% or the top 4 to 5% of all Missouri students taking those tests. This honor demands exemplary achievement in the areas of English, reading, math, and science. The Bright Flight recognition was awarded to the following students. Please stand as I call your name. Amelia Spencer. Will Shuring. Ethan Corwin. Charles Morgan. Avery White. Mark Butler. Amilda Forney. And Haven White. Please join me in giving these students a round of applause. You guys can be seated. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our Brentwood School District Board of Education President, Ms. Lindsay Spencer.
Great, thank you, Dr. Johnson. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Brentwood Board of Education, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of our graduates of the Brentwood class of 2024. Our school board is responsible for making decisions that drive the future of the district. These decisions affect more than one student, more than one class, and more than one school. However, tonight we witness the tangible impact of those decisions embodied on the faces of our graduates. We couldn't be prouder of the accomplishments that they've achieved to reach this milestone. I'd like to highlight some other outstanding accomplishments of this exceptional class. Among these 49 graduates, 5 students have earned National Career Readiness Certificates, 2 courageous students have chosen to serve our nation by joining the U.S. Armed Forces, and more than 20 students are candidates for the A+ scholarship program. In total, the class of 2024 has collectively submitted 211 applications to 103 colleges and universities across the nation, and they have secured an impressive 60-plus scholarships totaling over $1.6 million. Please join me. Behind every achievement, there is a network of support. To our graduates, you have embraced the opportunities and the relationships that Brentwood has to offer. Your hard work, dedication, and resilience have brought you to this moment, and we are immensely proud of the individuals you have become. To the parents, families, friends, and the Brentwood community, thank you for supporting, encouraging, and loving these graduates. The saying, "It takes a village," is definitely true, and we are grateful to be part of this village. And lastly, to the teachers, administrators, and staff of the Brentwood School District. Thank you for taking care of these students for 13 years. Their success is the best example of the passion, dedication, and compassion that you bring to work each and every day. As a parent of one of tonight's graduates, I've seen the continuous care and support you provide. Thank you for your dedication to our students' success. With that, it is time to officially graduate the class of 2024. Dr. Johnson, do you certify that these candidates for graduation have met the requirements of the state of Missouri and the Board of Education to receive a diploma from the Brentwood School District?
Seniors, please rise. Mrs. Spencer, on behalf of the school board, I certify that these students have fulfilled the necessary requirements for graduation, and I recommend to you and the Board of Education that these students become graduates of Brentwood High School this evening. Seniors, please be seated.
On behalf of the school board, I accept your recommendation. Please call the candidates forward, and I will award them their diplomas.
Nora Campos Martinez. Ethan S. Corwin. Imelda Faye Forney. Emily Jane Green. Brooklyn Jane Richter. Anthony Lamar Wilson III. Evans Woodman.
Miller Shah Shantharasi. Eddie Augusto Gonzalez Rubio III. Preston Cooper Hollingsworth. Kamari Marie Mace. Zoe Moai Lopez. Wyatt Edmund Schoenberg. Christian Jacoby White.
Jackson G. Brooks. Mark Alexander Butler. Amelia May Favaza. Joseph Daniel Gross. Sophia Michelle Lee. Trenton Jeremiah Butler. Mitchell. I want to say it again because I messed it up. Trenton Jeremiah Mitchell. Ethan John Ritter. Anthony John Testa.
Carter Wyatt Bowman. Sky Nicole Crawford. Tegan Yura Koretsky Smythe. Carly Ann Mansker. William C. Sorrell. Amelia Louise Spencer. Walter Manuel Torres. Dylan Thomas Walker.
Nori Fernanda Carrion Sainz. Eris Philip Scott Harris. Charles Kevin Ma. Charles Ishmael Morgan. Adrian John Sabay. Avery Lorraine White. Danielle Imani Wren.
Kennison Ann Cheatham. Elizabeth Tracy Gray. Anna Elise Jones.
Colton Quinn Krenner.
Kevin O. Adeline Sabina Heaton. William David Schuring. Cora Rose Erhan. Haven K. White.
Now I would like to introduce Haven White to the podium, who will deliver the senior closing remarks.
When I was a kid, I was bored all the time. It was definitely a good thing, though, because I was constantly coming up with ideas and how I could not be bored. One of my favorites was dreaming up superpowers. And it wasn't anything like flying or invisibility or talking to animals, no. I thought about superpowers a lot, and I wanted to invent ones that were cooler than flying. So I imagined things like this. What if, standing in a certain spot, you could close your eyes and see what this same spot looked like 1 year ago, or 10 years ago, or 50, or 100? Or, what if you could know the probability of something happening? For example, you could ask a question, like, am I gonna pass my science test today? And automatically you would know the odds. Like maybe you'd know you'd have a 75% chance of passing. Those are both fun to think about, but the superpower that I kept coming back to was the idea of knowing about the last times. I would be in a classroom sometimes in elementary school, and I would think, what if I had this superpower and it told me that this was the last time I sharpened this particular pencil? Or, what if it told me this was the last time I'll win this specific lollipop flavor from the school picnic? Or, the last time I sat in this exact chair in the library? And more relatively unimportant, stupid little things that only bored kids would think about. But as I got older, and I kept thinking about this superpower, I wished to be able to know the more significant last times. The last time you would be in the same class as your best friend. The last time you would hug a specific person. The last time you got to dance next to somebody at homecoming. I thought about having this superpower for a long time, and I wondered, if I could magically know every last time I had, what would I do with it? If I knew I'd never sit next to my best friend in class again, would I have enjoyed that last class just a little bit more? Would I have passed more notes to her under the table, or exchanged more glances every time the teacher said something funny? If I knew the last time I'd get to buy a secret candy cane from Stuco for somebody that I liked, would I have taken longer writing the note? If I was able to know all my last times, would I have lingered with them for just a tiny bit longer? The truth is, we'll never get to know the last time we do almost anything. It probably passed us by, all those last times from before. There were hundreds. One day, when we were little kids, we looked up at all the clouds and pointed out their shapes. The next day, they were just clouds. One day, our parents carried us over their shoulders, set us down, and never picked us up again. There was a last time we chased after the ice cream truck, a last time we did multiplication worksheets, and a last time our elementary school friends were all together in one place. And then, when we were all in middle school, and COVID decided to hit us all like a freight train, there was a lot of unexpected last times in there too. My last day being in an actual 8th grade classroom instead of on a computer was March 13th, 2020. There was a last time we got ambush quizzed by Mr. Ryan, and a last time Miss Q let us pet her classroom bearded dragon. Now, 4 years later, we're here, and it's another last time. The last time we'll walk across the stage as high school students. And I know people have said that to us a million times over, but really, this last time is not just the end of the hallway. We get to open a new door, turn a new corner, and explore something different. Every one of us gets to blaze a brand new trail. Isn't it so strange, though, the last time? It's a phrase that sounds so sad every time I say it, but at the same time, I hear it and I don't think it's actually bad at all. Because look at what we do get to do now. We have spent 4 years preparing, testing, writing, doing everything we need to do to get to this point, and now it's done. As soon as we're out of here, the doors of opportunity will be wide, wide open, and I hope you take every chance that comes your way. We did all the work to get here, and now we're being pushed out into the rest of our lives. I've been on this stage a lot, at least twice a year for the last 12 years. But it feels different today for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's my last time standing here. And number 2, although I have no superpowers, I can almost see our younger selves walking here 2, 3, and 4 years ago. I can picture this exact spot and how it looked last year as I watched the class before us experience their last time. I sat way up there, and as I saw them line up to grab their diplomas, I thought, next year, it's going to be our turn. Next year, it's going to be our last time. So right now, I'm going to take advantage of this last time and close out with a few more last words, and I will get emotional. So bear with me. To the class of 2024, just water, sorry. I hope you know that I'm truly so proud of all of you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You are all talented, loving people who will go on to do great things. Sorry. I can't wait to see you guys change the world. To the families, friends, and faculty, I can't thank you all enough for helping us to get here. You are truly so appreciated. And now I'm going to close up this speech, take a deep breath, and walk back to my seat for the very last time.
Absolutely wonderful. Okay, graduates, please rise. As a tradition to symbolize your transition, please move your tassels from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the Brentwood High School graduating class of 2024. Seniors, you can toss your hats. Now find your hat and don't lose your tassel. Find your hat, make sure you get your hat. You guys okay? All right. So I want to thank you again for being here tonight to honor our class of 2024. Staff, please form a line to my right and congratulate our graduates. Thank you for coming to support our Brentwood graduating class of 2024. Have a good evening, everyone. Exit safely. Thank you.